What's up, everybody? Thanks for clicking this video. Thanks for tuning into my channel. My name is Simon Hill, Black American from Louisiana, coming to you live from Budapest, Hungary. Today is November 19th, 2025, about 8:40 p.m. where I'm at right now. And we are continuing our 15th book in our Book to React series. This is episode 3 of Beasts of No Nation, written by the Nigerian-American author Uzodinma Iweala. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Pardon if I'm butchering it up. Shout out to everybody who showed me love on the last live stream I got from one of my longtime subscribers, checking in on me, making sure that I'm okay, because I was hella sick on that previous live stream. Still sick right now. Hopefully I won't be sneezing and coughing as much during this live stream as we read the next 3 chapters, chapters 8, 9, and 10 of this very moving, powerful book, Beasts of No Nation. Without further ado, let's jump into chapter 8. We are leaving this place, and before we are leaving, we are tearing it all down. Tearing it all down. The morning is cool, and it feels nice on my skin. And if there is no war, and we are normal person and not soldier, we are jubilating and saying how nice the morning feels. How nice it is before the sun is coming out from all the cloud. We are all waking up and walking around, stretching our arm and leg, and we are all hungry. Nobody is eating. Everyone here is doing 001. I am not knowing what this is meaning before I am soldier, but now I am knowing that it means no breakfast, no lunch, only dinner. If you are wanting to eat when it is not dinner, then you are having to keep your dinner from before to be eating the next, and everybody is making sure he is having his own gun or knife, because if you are losing this gun or knife, then commandants will be losing you. So this is what we are doing, loading this and loading that until finally we are pulling all of the building into one pile of palm and wood. And so before we are leaving the camp, we can be burning it all up, burning it all up. Commandant is saying, quick, tear it down, make the pile. We are not wanting to leave any nice place for government to be using if they are coming this side. Soldier is getting kerosene ready from one jerry can and pouring it all over the palm that is just lying there like dead thing. And then Commandant is coming to me with match and saying to me, you should be lighting the fire. Commandant is making it big honor to be lighting the fire, and I am knowing that he is giving it to me only because I am saluting his soldier for him. I am liking very much to be setting fire, but it is still not making me like what he is doing to me last night. Nothing he is giving me is ever making me to like that, but I am not saying it or he will be beating me. I am taking the match from Commandant and striking them well until I am hearing shka and seeing the fire in the end of the matchstick. The smell is coming into my nose and making me want to sneeze. I am holding the match until the fire is just eating up the stick, and then I am throwing it like that into the pile. The whole place is bursting into big flame, but not go bam, like if they are bombing or shelling. It is still very hot and still rising up quick until everything is burning. The flame is having the color of sunset, just orange everywhere. But everything it is touching, it is only making them black so quick that there is nothing nice to be looking at. I am not liking the way this orange is just making black smoke to be flying everywhere, and if you are looking through it, it is making everything to move back and forward even if it is standing still. We are all watching for some while and drinking in the smell of the smoke rising up to the sky. I am watching all the other soldiers around us and how everyone is staring at the fire growing bigger and bigger until it is becoming to be very hot. And we were also not wanting to be waiting around because the smoke is now beginning to get into our chest and making us to cough and getting into our eye and making us to cry. Then we are lining up and I am next to Stryker, waiting to take my place in the truck and watching all the other soldiers load up quick until the weight is making all the truck to groaning like wounded beast. We are waiting, but before we are getting in, Commandant is coming over and we are saluting him. He is saying to us, no, No, you two are bodyguarding me today. You will be riding in my own car with me. There are so many of us to be sitting on one seat of Commandant's truck, but we are all squeezing in. Driver is sitting behind the wheel. I am sitting next to driver. Striker is sitting next to me, and Commandant is sitting next to the other door. Inside of Commandant's truck is so nice, past anything that all the other soldiers are even having. His seat is not made of wood, but cushion, so it is feeling very nice on your bottom when you are sitting on it. He is having button to be bringing down the window, and you can even be turning on the radio when you are driving, all be listening to music. Driver is turning it on, and we on and on, until it is taking me so far, far away from this place. Sometimes I am thinking of my life far, far ahead, and sometimes I am thinking of all the life I am leaving behind. And then I am looking at Commandant and Striker, and I am also thinking to myself that both of them are looking so peaceful and beautiful, like how we are looking before the war, like how we are being after the war, but not like now. Now we just be looking like animal. All right, that's chapter 8. That's chapter 8. Short chapter, not as traumatizing as chapter 7, if you remember. So, here we go, 9. Driving, driving, and walking, walking, and driving, driving, and walking, walking, and fighting and soldiering and running from road into bush and bush onto road. That is all we are doing. That is the only thing we can be doing until one day we are coming to one town. Commandant is calling it his town because he is living here as soldiers sometimes before this war is starting. I am seeing sign that is saying, "Welcome to the town of abundant resources." I can read, so I am knowing what welcome is meaning. I am knowing what town is meaning, and I am knowing what is abundant resources. But still, I am wanting to know what this sign is meaning for us. I am wanting to ask somebody, but I am not saying anything. No word is coming out of my mouth. As we are standing on this road, I am seeing the breezes and feeling the grasses. I am mixing up, but I am knowing always to be keeping my mouth closed. I am not saying anything, but I am thinking nothing is easy. I am not happying anymore. I am not happying ever again. Before we are coming here, Commandant is telling me how his town is fine past any other town, that his place is like paradise they are always talking about in Bible. In this place, he is saying, in this place, everything is so fine. If you are looking from the top of hill, you are seeing how all the house is having different color roof, red, green, blue, yellow, orange. So the whole place is just looking like field of flower, stretching all the way up to the river, which is shining, shining. Ah, this river is shining so bright at the end of the town, like one big piece of tin lying on the ground. We are always saying, he is saying, that in this place, maybe one day, Big Bird will just be coming down and carrying it off because he is thinking it is tin and not water. And agu, we are always having light all the time, and water, and so many foods to be eating, like chicken, and cow, and goat, and vegetable, and fruit. Any kind of fruit you are wanting, because trader is always bringing everything he is having to this place to be selling. There is nothing they are not selling in this place. If you are wanting beautiful clothes, you can have clothes. If you are wanting beautiful wood, you can have wood and jewelry, gold and silver. It is all here. We are having it all. But that is not even what I am really liking. He is saying the best thing this town is having is all the women's. Ah, woman in this place is just too beautiful. If you just see woman here, before you are even knowing it, your soldier is standing at full tension. They are having breasts big like pillow and so nice and round that their clothes is even rejoicing to be holding them. And they are having bottom that is just rounding so nice that anytime they are sitting down, chair is also rejoicing. They are knowing well how to make man feel so good with their kissing and loving. He is saying, K, the last time I am in this place, I am having 4 women's in one day until my soldier is hurting too much for me to even be easing myself. You cannot even be knowing how nice this place is. It is just too nice, he is saying. And I am looking at him with my eyes so open. So he is saying to me, why are you looking at me with your eye open like that, eh? You think it is lie, Agu, eh? You think it is lie? Let me be telling you how town is coming to this place, he is saying. Long, long ago, he is saying, but not so long ago that there is no human, but before human really traveling from one village to the next village. There was trader who was just standing small clothed in his own village. There was trader who was just trading small clothes in his own village. He is greedy man just trying to make his money from anything he is having. So all of the people in his village are living very poor, and he is the only one living rich with the biggest compound, the most yam, and the most wife and child than anybody in his village, even the chief. Okay, so it's Jeff Bezos, the African Jeff Bezos. Shout out to Autistic Cool up in the chat. Salute to you. So one day there was a small famine in the whole of the village, not too big, but big enough that people are beginning to hungry too much. And since it is famine, the land is not even giving anything for them to be eating, because the land is hungry itself. So they are coming to the richest cloth seller, all of them, the whole village, in their brown rag and their dry skin. And they are asking him in one big voice that is just weak, even though there are so many of them, please, Papa, please give us food you are storing because we are so hungry and you are so rich. And the cloth seller was sweating and looking to his storage and then looking to everybody in the village and saying, why are you asking me for my yam? And are any of you helping my village and me when I am harvesting them? And then all of the village people were humming and ahhing between themselves, because it is all of their monies that is making this man to be so rich that he can be planting so many yam. So everybody in the village was just angering at this cloth seller and shouting that he is not having any heart and attacking him and his family until the man, who was also coward, is just running, leaving his family to all the angry people agitating for food. He was traveling through the bush, looking left and right, walking for too many days, no food, no water, all his clothes tearing by the bush, and his feet cutting with root and rock in the road, until one day he is finding one old woman lying on the road. The woman was having only one eye and no teeth, so that you are not even hearing what she is saying too much of the time. Cloth seller was seeing that she is smelling of food, so he was going to her and saying, Ma, please help me. I am just small trader leaving his village for trading, but robber on the road is attacking me, and now I am having nothing, not even one drop of water to drink. The old woman he is talking to is witch, and she is saying to him, don't worry, if you are helping me to do something, then I will be giving you anything you are wanting. Normal, this man is not really helping to anybody and just trying to help himself, but this time he is hungering so much that he is listening well. Witch is saying, I am old woman just too weak to be moving from my place under this nice tree, but my house is not too far. Go into my house and be bringing yam pottage I am making, but do not be eating any of it until you are here. So cloth seller was following what witch is saying and finding her hut in the middle of bush. It was smelling so bad, like refuses all around, and the whole mud of the hut is melting back into the ground because she is only having one leg and not able to be fixing it all the time, like you are always having to fix mud hut. He was also smelling yam pottage, so he was going into the hut and finding in the middle on the fire big bowl of it. At this time, he was hungering so much that he is sitting down and eating some food for himself. When he was finishing, he was fulling so much that he is lying down his head on the ground and sleeping. When he is waking up, he is seeing that there was not even very much yam pottage left, so he is very shameful in picking up the pot from the fire and rushing back to Witch, thinking, "Oh my God, what can I be doing? What can I be doing?" When he is getting to the place he is leaving Witch, he is saying to her, before she is even having chance to speak, "Ma, please, I am so sorry. I am just spilling yam pottage onto the ground. That is why there is only small food left. Please be forgiving me, because I am not meaning to do you any harm." Witch is looking at him and saying to him, "Are you eating well?" And he is answering, "Yes, well. The food is very good," before he is even knowing what he is saying. Then she is looking up at him and saying, "Aha, liar. You know that I am Witch, and watching you with one eye, I am leaving in my house." And she was shouting on the man. But Cloth Seller was saying to Witch, "I am traveling for too many days, and I am so hungry and tired. Please. Witch was saying, "That is fine, since you are helping me at least have some food. I am sorry that you are wanting most in this world." Cloth Seller was just thinking, even having his mouth to watering more when he is hearing this woman saying this thing. How can she, he was asking himself, how can she be asking me this? Then he is saying to her, "I can be having anything that I am wanting in the whole world, anything," and she is saying, "Yes, anything." So the man is remembering all of the nice thing he is leaving in his village, all of the nice clothes and food, the nice bed and other thing, and then he was saying to her, "Ma, please, if you are giving me anything in this world, then I am wanting all the richness that you can be having in this world." Which was angering. She is saying, "Foolish somebody, stupid man, all you are thinking about is what you are wanting." She was angering so much that she is getting up and hopping on her one foot. She is shouting, "Go on your way, in small, while you will be finding river. Lie down by this river and make your bed, and when you are waking up, you will be having everything you are ever wanting." He is not even saying one more word to Witch. Cloth Seller was rushing off into the bush, and after some little time was coming to the bank of great river that was just shining silver with all the sun. He was kneeling down and laughing to himself because he was almost having all of the rich in the world. Then he is finding one rock for his pillow, and even though he was too happy to be sleeping, he was putting his head down and finally, after some time, falling asleep. This Cloth Seller is never waking up. Instead, he is becoming the market and having everything that anybody can ever be wanting. That is why you can be standing above this town and seeing how it is looking like man lying near the river. And that is why they are saying you can never be trusting anybody or anything in this town. It is the market. It is having everything, but nothing is ever really how it is looking. Interesting story. So the man wants to be rich. He wants to have everything in the world. He becomes the market. Okay, that's a cute little story. All right. Commandant is telling this to me, and I am stopping to open my eye wide. I am looking this way and that, just seeing how all of the soldiers agitating. They are talking about all food and drink and women they will be finding for this place. As we are moving down the hill into the town, I am seeing markets stretching forever and ever, swallowing up all of the house and building in this town. Everywhere the street is full of refuses, which are lining the road up and down and smelling like dead body rotting. I am seeing animal leg and head, and it is making me to want to vomit, even if I am seeing not just dead animal body, but dead human body before. This one on the road is making my belly to be turning over. Everywhere we are going, we are seeing refuses, dead animal, and people everywhere. All of the house, if they are looking fine from far away, they are not looking fine anymore close up. They are all looking like old man and woman who is wanting to fall down. Bullet hole is everywhere like bullet is locust, and just making their nest in anything around, even concrete. And now I am seeing how there is small crater here and there. Sometimes you will just be looking as you are driving. House, no house, and where there is no more house, the ground is looking like somebody is pressing thumb into it. Only the thumb is like giant's thumb. In these places, everything is sometimes shining with broken glass, and sometimes you are still smelling the smoke from the rubbles. I am looking to see if anybody but me is looking at this kind thing. But I am the only one looking and thinking, Ka, this is just too very bad. They are all just thinking about all of the drink and woman that we can be getting in this place. I am too young to be knowing about these things, even if I am knowing from how the men are talking about women that I am really wanting one to be making my soldier feel good. I am wanting one, but not like how we are getting them in battle. If this town was big place for all the trader to be buying and selling this and that, I am not seeing it. The market is empty. The whole place is just empty. Too many of the roofs is just falling and showing bullet hole inside of them, making me to thinking how much person are dying here every day. So much because there are not enough people to be burying all of the dying people. They are just throwing them into the street like refuses. We are getting out of all the truck and walking, looking for some good thing. I am not knowing if Commandant is telling everybody about all the thing we should be finding in this place. I am thinking he is not, because they should be madding, since we are not finding any good thing. We are walking through the market and finding nothing, and when we are walking out of the market, we are still finding nothing. I am looking left to right and left to right at the compound on each side. There is nothing like what Commandant is saying here, even if I am beginning to see that there is more life here than I am first thinking. First, I am seeing bony cat licking dusty old chicken bone on the ground. The bone is so dry that it is even looking like rock, like it should be breaking the cat's teeth. But the cat is not minding so much because it is at least feeding small on the thing it is finding. All of us then going around one corner, and I am finally seeing few person walking around. These people are acting like soldier is nothing new or real to them in this place, where in other place everybody is fearing us. I am thinking, what if they are not seeing me? What if they are not seeing us? What if we are dying and becoming spirit? What if they are spirit because they are all looking the same? The people are all looking the same, and I am not knowing who is old and who is young, or who is man and who is woman. I am thinking to myself, this place is making me too confused too much with its kind of people. I am following behind Commandant and Lieutenant and Rambo and Stryker. All the other soldiers following behind me. We are turning onto one road that is only just wide enough for us to be moving one man behind the next man, one truck behind the next truck. On each side of us there is building with 2 or 3 floors, and as we are walking, woman is just looking down at us, and I am seeing how they are just holding cloth around their breasts like that. Commandant and Lieutenant and Rambo and everybody is looking round and licking their lip like this is the best thing we are ever seeing. All of the building behind that, all of the building is behind that is crumbling. These sentences are so hard. All of the building is behind wall that is crumbling, but they are each having gate man or woman just sitting with stick and looking at us, not smiling. I am hearing one man shouting loud, hey, now, don't worry, baby, we are coming back for you. It is some time that we are walking and driving like this until Commandant is saying, and we are stopping in one place. The place we are coming to is just one house that is having no guard or anybody at the gate. We are opening the rusty gate, and they is screaming so loud. Behind the gate is one compound where a person is not coming for long time. I am knowing because the grasses are growing very high. I am wondering why Commandant is bringing us here when suddenly I am seeing gun, big gun, the biggest gun I am ever seeing. So big that they are coming with seats so you can be sitting down when you are shooting them. Next to them is big triangle of bullets, bullets even bigger than my arm. These guns are standing on wheel even bigger than my whole body, and it is making me want to go and touch them. All of these bullet and gun is rusting like nobody is ever using them for too long. None of us is seeing such thing before. Commandant is yelling, "Tension!" And I am seeing that now all of us is standing here and all of us is forming tension very quickly. Then Commandant is saying to us that we should be behaving ourselves and looking sharp and resting well, that we will be knowing what is happening in some time. Everybody is listening, but nobody is really understanding what he is saying about moving to the front and fighting the enemy in this place or that place, because I am never seeing this place or that place for my whole life. Anyway, it is not mattering too much because I am just following order and not having to do anything else. After he is shouting on us like this, he is telling us to dismiss and make our camp. The rest of the soldier, we are now going every this way and that way to be seeing what is in this kind of place that we are never seeing before. I am wanting to go especially to all the big guns so I can be seeing if I can sit in them and look at the sky to be shooting. But Commandant is telling me and Stryker, follow me. We are going, and he is walking to one house, the only house remaining in this compound. We are opening the door of this house into room with sunlight that is having many windows with all the glass gone. I am knowing immediately that this place is school because I am seeing bench and table and blackboard. Only every place is having so many map with green pen and yellow pen and blue pen and white pen everywhere. These map is covering every place on the wall and table and also sometimes the floor. My head is spinning this way and that way because I am feeling like I am inside the world and I am looking at how everything must look from the inside instead of outside. It is not map of the world, but map of my country. So everywhere is name of place I am hearing sometimes there is fighting, or place where I am hearing there is the enemy one day and no enemy the next day. But I am not knowing that everywhere there is war. I am looking at this pin and that pin and thinking, if I am to run away, where can I be running to? Where can I be running to? War is everywhere. My heart is beating so fast and I am sweating so much. I am wanting to sit down. Suddenly, I am standing here in this room, but I am also standing in my classroom in the shadow, in the corner, like what is happening when you are talking too much or if you are not doing your lesson proper. I am seeing all of the face I am knowing from home, all sitting there and doing work, and then I am looking at the woman who is writing lesson on the board. She is stepping like she is having limp, but her body is looking like Mistress Gloria. She is writing, I will not kill, I will not kill, I will not kill. And everybody is writing in their book, I will not kill, I will not kill, excepting me because I am not having book. Then the teacher is turning around and looking at me, and I am fearing because she is having the face of that woman I am killing, with blood everywhere on her face and in her eye. She is saying to me, are you not understanding our lesson? Even while she is walking to me with one sharp machete that is shining like the river is shining. When she is coming near me, all of the face of the child are only the girl that they are using anyhow. That Stryker is killing. I am starting to want to scream. Agu! I am hearing my name, and then everything is map, and I am standing inside the world, looking at Commandant, just looking at me. I am saying, yes, sir, yes, sir. I am shouting and standing, ten shun, and trying to look like I am prouding and strong. He is saying to me, what is wrong? What is wrong? But I am not answering. My mouth is shut. Then he is saying, come on, let us leave this place. Outside it is getting dark, but the whole compound is starting to grow with noise because they are preparing meal. Each one soldier is talking to the next, talking. I am listening to them, but I am also thinking of all of the map and all of the fighting that is going on in this whole world, and I am fearing for my life. I am thinking if there is even any way to be getting out. When it is dark, we are not even lighting match, or the enemy may be finding where we are and sending helicopter and plane to be bombing and shooting us. Everywhere is just black, but you are hearing voice just talking or singing like spirit in the night. Everywhere you are going, you are hearing different talking, different story, different song. We are not just like army now. We are like school or family, is what I am thinking. Each person is finding his own best friend, and they are going off to this corner or that corner. I am walking around to be seeing if I can find Stryker, but each step I am taking is so slow, and each time I am stepping, I am having to put my hand in front of me to be finding my way. This darkness is so full, like it is my mother's hug. Heya! I am remembering my mother and how she is so good to me that each time she is hugging me, that is all I am needing to see the dark skin of her arm holding me close to her, and I am knowing that the life I am living is so good. This kind of dark is making me to feel like I am turning inside out. So all of my thought is floating outside of me, and all of my clothes is inside of me. I am walking with my hands stretching out in front of me because I am trying to catch all of these thought that is floating around me so I can make sure no part of me is missing. I am walking in the direction I am remembering where is the building. As I am walking to the building, I am hearing sound from before the war when I am in school. Sound of laughter and sound of crying and sound like the game we are playing during school break. I am hearing sound of pencil writing on paper and sound of chalk writing on blackboard and how eraser is sounding when I am beating it on the stone to be removing the dust. I am hearing how all the girl is tearing paper to be passing note back and forward and how all the boy is just whispering this answer and that answer so we can all be beating all the girl. I am hearing sound of lizard watching us from the wall and mosquito entering the classroom, making it so hard to be hearing what the teacher is saying. I am hearing the sound of DK chewing gum or licking sweet when we are not supposed to be eating anything. I am hearing sound of my sandal tapping on the ground when I am doing my maths until Mistress Gloria is telling us lesson is over and now it is time to go home. I am hearing the prayer we are saying each day at the end of all the lesson. Please God help me to use what I have learned for the good of all when I go home. I am hearing all of this thing and it is making me too sad. Commandant is smoking cigarette on the step of the house when I am walking up. He is alone and staring up to the sky. Each time he is smoking, he is holding his cigarette down so that nobody can be seeing the light. I am hoping he is not seeing me or saying anything to me, even though I am coming right close to him. But then it is like he is animal knowing something is there, even if he is not seeing it and he is shouting, Agu, Agu, what are you doing? Just come here right now. And when I am coming, he is saying softly, softly, sit down, sit down. So I am sitting down, but it's like he cannot even be seeing that I am sitting there next to him. Like the darkness between us is too much. I am just drinking the smoke from his own cigarette and wishing that I had not been giving my own away for a small, small biscuit because I am still so hungry. After he is finishing smoking his cigarette to the end, until the spot of fire is just disappearing and his face is not shining orange anymore, he is putting his hand on my head and rubbing his rough hand on the back of my neck. Sometimes, Agu, I am thinking he is saying to me, sometimes I am feeling sorry for you. I am looking at him, but I cannot be saying anything on his face. I am looking at him, but I cannot be seeing anything on his face because it is too dark. But he is not saying, sometimes, Agu, I am feeling sorry for you. I am wishing he is saying something like that, but he is never saying anything like that to me. He is moving closer to me, and I am slowly moving away from him, and we are doing this on the veranda of the school building until Lieutenant is calling out to us, Commandant Sa, is that you? And is that Agu? Commandant is saying, let us go. If you are my bodyguard, then I am going. You are also going. Is it not so? Commandant is saying we are going out this night. He is saying to all the soldier, half of you come on, let us go, and then dividing us into half. To the other half, he is saying, you should be staying here. When they are grumbling, he is saying, don't worry. There is enough women so that they will still be here tomorrow. Relax yourself, eh? I am walking with commandant and lieutenant as they are talking about drink and money and women's and talking about how nice it is. We are moving very slowly in the road because we cannot be using any light. Around me, all the men are smelling hungry, like they will be chopping something sweet very soon. Even if I have been eating too much food this night, my stomach is feeling hungry and more hungry each time we are turning one corner of the road. There is no way to be seeing where we are going at all. No house is having light. No house is even having lamp or candle, and the whole place is like death's hometown. We are stopping beside wall of concrete, the wall of one compound. Commandant is stamping his feet on the ground and spitting between his boot and cursing. There is woman at the gate just sitting on stool with her head in her hand and dog that is grumbling at her feet when we are coming close. She is shining torchlight very quickly in our eye and saying, "So you have come, eh?" One other man is saying, "Why are you so angry, sister?" And then she is looking at me and saying, "Child is not coming for this place. Stupid woman, I am starting to abuse her." But Commandant is hitting my head and saying, "He is my own bodyguard." She is nodding and spitting at me, and it is landing just next to my feet, but it is not touching me. "Devil bless you," she is saying, but I am just walking by. Inside of the compound is smaller than where we are camping, but there is large house inside. I am hearing the sound of generator in this compound, but I am not seeing any light anywhere. We are entering into the house into a room that is just having blue light everywhere. All of the table and chair and everything is just looking blue. And even my skin and Commander's skin is looking blue and black like we are already dead. Woman is coming up to us and her eye is shining like blue diamond. She is limping, so when she is stepping this way and that way, her slipper is just making step slap like she is beating the floor because she is angry with us. Every time she is stepping, all the fly is jumping from the table and drink and cup that are just everywhere, making whole plate alcohol. Also, from the corner of the room, behind big tower of bread loaf, piled high on each other to the roof like cement block, is coming the smell of burning meat and nice tasting stew. From the roof is hanging flag of different beer and mineral like they are country that everybody should be visiting. They are not flying back and forward like normal flag, and instead are just hanging down like they are not even wanting to be on the wall. On on all of the window there is heavy board and heavy black cloth, making sure there is no light even allowed to come out. But because there is no open window, the whole place is just heating too much. We are all filling up the room and just looking. I am hearing this sound like mosquito. That is when I am looking up and seeing television. Television. In this war, can you imagine? There is no sound coming from it, but one movie is playing. I am having to try and hear what they are saying, but I am seeing police officer and woman who is looking like prostitutes shouting at each other on the screen. A whole television. I am never even seeing anything like this since war is starting. Bring, madam. So I think na is madam. So, madam, bring something that will satisfy soldier. Commandant is shouting at the woman, and the other men are just laughing. Bring beer, bring mineral, bring it all, Commandant is shouting. It is only now that I am seeing woman who is looking very young and very nice, just sitting on one stool in the back of the room. The madam is shouting at her, "Get up, you lazy idiot. Can't you see we are having guests?" And this young woman is getting up and going to the cooler. She is bending down so her bottom is just rising high into the air. I am seeing Commandant and the other men now just looking, and not even moving their eye from this bottom like it is piece of cooked meat. Then they are laughing to each other. Hey, hey, eka, eka, eka. Hey, 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 ha, 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 ke, he, ha. When the girl is turning around, I am seeing how sweat is just soaking her white head tie, which is really looking blue because of the light. She is breathing out and opening her mouth so that her lip are blowing small bubble of spit into the air. It is all warm, she is saying. No ice to be cooling it. And Commandant is angry. No ice. How can that be, eh? Because of war, the woman is saying, "Aha, war no stop you from making ice. Bring the drink. We will be drinking it even if it is warm," Commandant is saying. And when the girl is coming over, it is like he is just changing. So when she is near, he is sticking his hand out to be touching her all over. "Baby," he is saying, "Baby, baby, I love you," when he is touching her bottom. She is not liking it. The other men are just laughing, and looking at her breast, which is even showing because there is so much sweat in her shirt. I am looking at her breast also, and my soldier is becoming to stand at tension, which is making me to feel good, and it is not making me to feel good. "Madam," I am saying to this young woman, while they are laughing and now drinking their warm drink, "Madam, be bringing us some breads." The woman is sucking in her teeth at me. Is this war just making you have no respect for your elder? This small thing born yesterday trying to order me around, eh? You, this small thing. I can be your mother. The men are laughing so loud that the fly is jumping in the blue light, but she is still getting breads and bringing it back. When she is coming back, Commandant is even grabbing her breast and she is slapping him on the hand, but he and the men are still smiling. The big madam is just watching from one corner until she is growing angry and saying, if it is woman you are wanting, leave this one. I am having plenty women's in the back if you are having plenty money to be giving me. And just like that, they are all getting up and following the big madam through door in the back of the room, just leaving me to be sitting here with a warm drink and this breads that the young woman is throwing at me. I am waiting 10-minute, 20-minute just staring at the television in the movie with policeman and prostitute. I am chewing my breads and also watching the young woman who is coming over to collect the bottle on the table. I am looking at her breast and wanting to touch her bottom like Commandant is doing, but as soon as I am even bringing up my hand to be touching her, she is looking at me like she will be beating me to death and sucking in her teeth, so I am putting my hand down. Then I am getting so hot because there is not even one bit of air in this room, and I am going outside to be catching some breath. When I am sitting outside in the dark under the window, I am hearing all of these noise coming from inside, sounding just like Commandant when he is entering me. I am hearing these things, and it is making my soldier to become very hard, and I am not knowing what to be doing. I am touching it very softly through my short, and it is feeling very good. So I am touching it some more whenever I am hearing the man and woman making more sound from the room. My hand is just moving up and down, like it is not even parts of my body anymore. And I am thinking to myself of how I will be touching breast and leg. All of this thing is making my eyes to close and my heart to beat fastly, and I am liking it and doing it so much until I am just hearing one scream, "Aye, she has killed me, oh." And then I am hearing all of this footstep running this way and that in-house. So I am stopping to touch myself, and I'm running inside to the room with the blue light, where I'm finding that all of the soldiers are coming out of the room just looking like something is confusing them. Then I am seeing how Lieutenant is just holding the wall and having blood to be coming from his mouth, shining black in the blue light. I am looking at him and thinking whatever it is that is happening is good for him. But then I am seeing how his face is looking like all the bad thing in the world is painting him, and I am sorrying small. All of the other soldiers coming up to him, and they are holding him by one arm or the other arm and helping him to sit down in chair. Commandant is coming out of the back door only wearing his short, and his soldier is still at full tension when he is yelling, "What is it that is happening?" Everybody is looking at Lieutenant and then looking at woman who is also coming out of the room after Lieutenant. She is bleeding from her body where it is looking like somebody is beating her in the head and beating her in the mouth. She cannot even be walking at all, so she is holding the wall when she is trying to move and also holding one hand to her neck. Nobody is knowing what to do until the madam is coming out and asking what is happening. And then the other women are coming out from their room, some of them wearing one cloth and trying to cover their body, while others just walking out like that, naked, like it is no problem to be walking around with no clothes. All of the soldiers are looking at Lieutenant, who is pointing to his stomach. "What is happening?" one man is asking. And then they are lying Lieutenant on the table under the television and making him to stretch out. "Kai!" someone is shouting. "Eh?" Another is saying that they are all looking down at Lieutenant's body. I'm going over to see what I can be seeing, and then I am seeing how he is just having one knife sticking out from his belly just like that. It is making me to grab my own belly just to be making sure that everything is still there. Lieutenant is not even screaming anymore. He is just shaking on the table and mumbling to himself like he is madman. Commandant is shouting, "Who is doing this?" And then the madam is coming and saying, "Heya, now. Heya." Hold on. I got a call from Acti. I wonder what she's saying. Hold up. Hey, I got you a burger. I'm on live right now. Say hi to the people.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. They can hear you too. Say hi to the people.
Who?
I'm on live right now.
Oh, sorry. Do you want Okiko?
I already got you a burger.
Oh, okay. Then I'll get some drinks.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
I see you. Love you. Bye. All right. That's the missus. Sorry about that. Sorry. The wifey called. Mm. Anyway, commandant is shouting, "Who is doing this?" And then the madam is coming and saying, hey, now, what is happening here? Oh, she is looking at her girl who is just bleeding and crying and holding her throat and coughing. He is just grabbing my neck and beating me. So what am I supposed to be doing? I am only small girl. How can I be stopping him from doing anything? So I am just seeing this knife that he is having in his trouser and I am using it and just choking him to get him off me. I am not knowing it is going to be like this. I am watching how Commandant's face is darkening and how the whole room is smelling of fear and sweat. I am thinking that he will be telling us to be grabbing this woman and shooting her, but he is not even opening his mouth. He is just standing there and looking around us, and then at Lieutenant, who is lying shaking on the table. Come on, everybody just get up. Get him up. Let us be getting out of here, he is saying, and looking at the big madam who is just holding her girl and using cloth to be wiping the blood from her face. No woman is even saying anything because they are fearing too much. Come on, move, quick. Commandant is shouting, and then he is going into the back room to be getting his clothes on, and all of the other soldiers are taking turn to be doing the same. Then we are picking up Lieutenant and carrying him out of this building and into the night. The woman at the gate is sleeping like she is not even knowing anything is happening at all inside, and nobody is telling her anything because the men are just trying to be keeping their soldier between their leg and their trouser from falling down. I have a theory that Commandant didn't kill that girl because he's from that town. So maybe that girl is someone he grew up with, he knew, possible family member, who knows. That's my small theory. I have small theory. Anyway, a whole 3 day we are staying here, and Lieutenant is not getting any better. Every day somebody is washing his stomach with cloth and water and soap, but it is not doing anything, and he is just shivering in the night. We are keeping him in the building in our camp because the way the mosquito is not getting to him as easily. And since it is not too many people walking this way and that, we are not having to worry that the building will be falling down. 3 whole days somebody is watching him on and off, but he is never speaking anymore and his face is just growing too white. We are kneeling around his bed, squeezing brown water onto his face and shining kerosene lamp into his eye. And his eye is so wide, we are seeing through to the back of his head. All the morning he is just groaning and moaning like his spirit is fighting to be let free from his body, and all the evening he is shaking and shivering like it is so cold, even though the night is so hot that we are all sweating. We are just watching him like this for all this time, and everybody is not saying anything. It is taking Lieutenant 3 whole days to be dying, and then he is dying when the moon is full and the night is shining like silver. We are dumping his body in the gutter, me, Stryker, Commandant, and Rambo. But before that, Rambo is just taking his clothes because Commandant is saying that Rambo is new lieutenant. Then we are leaving his body for the cat and dog and maggot and worm to eat. We are leaving him, and I am thinking that he is getting his wish to be fighting anymore. That he is getting his wish not to be fighting anymore. And I am fearing because I am seeing that the only way not to be fighting is to die. I am not wanting to die. So, yeah, that's the end of Lieutenant. A character that Agu didn't like because he said he was light skinned and also a coward and stuff like that. And yeah, sort of like a minor character who had some significance. But yeah, let's take a look here. Let's see how long this chapter is. Chapter 10. because I have an English class. All right, yeah, we're gonna finish chapter 10. We could do it. We're going to finish chapter 10 too. So that was chapter 9. Very interesting chapter. I don't remember if that chapter was a scene in the movie. It should have been. I would have liked to see Idris Elba under blue lights and stuff like that. That would have been cool. Anyway, let's go here. So, it is night. It is day. It is light. It is dark. It is too hot, it is too cold, it is raining, it is too much sunshine, it is too dry, it is too wet, but all the time we are fighting. No matter what, we are always fighting. All the time, bullet is just eating everything. Leaf, tree, ground, person, eating them. Just making person to bleed everywhere, and there is so much blood flooding all over the bush. The bleeding is making people to be screaming and shouting all the time. Shouting to father and to mother, shouting to God or to devil, shouting one language that nobody is really knowing at all. Sometimes I am covering my ears so I am not hearing bullets and shouting. And sometimes I am shouting and screaming also so I am not hearing anything but my own voice. Sometimes I am wanting to cry very loud, but nobody is crying in this place. If I am crying, they will be looking at me because soldier is not supposed to be crying. All the time we are sick and going to toilet, shitting water. We are hungry too and living off anything we can find. Lizard, we are eating them. Insects, we are eating them, or even better, if we are finding them, we are eating rats and every other kind of bush animal. Sometimes we are eating this leaf or that leaf, but leaf is what is always making my belly to turn, so I am not eating it so much. Meat is also making my stomach to turn because we are not able to use too much fire to cook it. Because if we are using too much fire, then the enemy will be seeing us and shooting us dead from where they are hiding. I am always hungry, so hungry that I am always dreaming of chicken and how I will be eating it. How I will be crunching its beak and eating even the feather. I am so hungry I can be eating wood if it is making me to hungry less. But it is only hurting my belly and making me to vomit and shit. I am so hungry I can even be eating my skin small if it is not making me to bleed to death. I am so hungry that I am wanting to die, but if I am dying, then I will be dead. But there is so much bombing and shelling and sending helicopter to come and shine light on us and kill us. All the time the ground is shaking and the tree is shaking and the air is smelling of smoke or the air is beating in your ear. Botu, 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 and you are not even having 1 second to be thinking anything. So much time passes now. I am not seeing road or village or woman or children for too long. I am only seeing war, one evil spirit sitting in the bush, just having too much happiness because all the time he is eating what he wants to eat, us, and seeing what he is wanting to see, killing. So he is just laughing. Gwabem, gwabem, gwabem. All of our truck is gone, just bombed away. So we are having to walk everywhere now, and there is not so many of us anymore. People are just dying like this every day. One boy named Hope is dying, just burning up in the fire of bomb that is hitting truck. One man we are calling Dagger is dying because he is stepping on mine and is just chewing his whole body to many pieces like termite is chewing wood. And Griot is dying from malaria, making him to shaking and shaking. And Preacher is dying from holding his Bible in one hand and his leg in the other, screaming to God, "Come take me, come take me." People are dying just like that every day. Everyone I am knowing is dying, and even all the soldier whose name I am not knowing is dying. In the middle of this war, I am even missing some of them. I am even missing some of them. Commandant is helping some people to be dying. Already he is shooting 3 people he is calling traitor, including driver who is trying to run away because he is having no more truck to be driving. After Commandant is shooting driver, he is laughing and talking to himself and not even listening to anyone. Not even Rambo, who is lieutenant. When I am seeing all of this, all of this bombing, killing, and dying, I am thinking to myself that now, as we are in this bush, only Ant is still making and living. I am wishing I am Ant. Now we are just living underground in trench that we are digging in the red mud and just living inside it like one kind of snake or rat. When it is dry, we are happying because there is no water anywhere, and we can just be fighting war. When it is raining, it is so terrible. So terrible. It is like living in gutter. Sometimes water is coming up to my belly, and I am just looking at my reflection, staring at me everywhere I am going. We are staying in this place for too long. I am tired and hungry, and I am wanting to leave. There is so much mist that is wrapping around people like extra shirt. No shooting still for today, and I am wanting to think, hey, war is over. War is over. But then I am thinking, is it really over? This whiteness that is hanging around all of us and making it hard to breathing is making me to feel like somebody is wanting to fly into my chest and close my nose with cotton. My feet are staying in the water all night, so I am feeling they are curling at the end like the feet of rat. Some of the men are sleeping and hugging themselves against the wall of the trench with their shirt on their head to be protecting them from the rain. They are shivering because there is cool wind that is coming through the whole place. It is hard not to be stepping on them because they are just appearing quickly from the mist. 1 second, everything is all white around me, and then I am kicking foot that is just appearing, and the man is screaming in his sleep, but not waking up. I am learning to see where the heat from body is making it less thick, so I am walking carefully when I am seeing this. Some of the men are awake because they are on guard all night, and I am moving geggerly, not to be disturbing them. What is geggerly? I've never heard that. Geggerly? Secretly? I don't know. Stryker is standing outside Commandant's HQ, which is only just the trench, but with one blue cloth covering with leaf, so he is not getting as wet as the rest of us. Stryker is holding gun that is so heavy in his hand, it is pulling the right side of his body to the ground. We are looking at each other for a long time, and then I am bringing my hand to be beating away the mist. I am not liking Stryker's eye because they are too red, and his teeth because they are too brown, and his head because it is big. But he is my friend even if he is looking ugly. He is giving me the gun and then walking past me. I am stepping inside HQ to see Commandant sleeping on his crate with his back against the mud wall and his boot stretching into the muddy water. Cigarette and ash is floating in the water around him, and the whole room is smelling of smoke. I am taking deep breath to be drinking it all in because it is somehow making my body too full, so I am not feeling as hungry. His beard is growing so thick now that it is almost covering his whole chin and cheek. When he is breathing out, the hairs is shaking with his breath. Commandant is looking like wild man and behaving like madman. I am thinking of him running naked through the bush with only his big beard reaching down to his feet, and it is making me want to laugh. But I am too hungry. Laughing is making my belly to hurt too much. Commandant is fearing the other soldiers so much now that he is saying it is always good to be sleeping with one eye open. That is why either Stryker or myself is always standing outside when he is sleeping. I am his one eye. Stryker is his other. Come on, out of my way. Rambo's head is following his voice out of the mist while his spit is spraying onto my face. He is stepping from the whiteness to stand right in front of me. I am seeing him with his gun hanging on his shoulder. My belly is tightening and my neck is becoming stiff. I am holding the gun Stryker is giving me. Commandant is sleeping. I am saying to Rambo, well, wake him up. He is saying back. I am stepping in front of him and kicking water in his boots. He is tiring, so don't be bothering him. I am saying. My leg is shaking, and my feet are too cold. Out of my way, Rambo is saying again, and stepping right so I am holding my gun tighter and stepping in front of him. His boot is squishing the mud. No, he is resting, I am saying. Rambo is bending down so I am seeing his face and his beard that is growing thick and black. Listen, you small boy, get out of the way. You are not playing game. I am not remembering the last time I am playing game. Well, what is all of this noise? Commandant is saying. Sir, it is me, Rambo is answering. Idiots, can't you see I am sleeping? Now, sir, I can see. Then shut up and go back to your post. No, sir, I'm not doing that anymore, sir. And why not? Because we are leaving, sir. Who and who is leaving? Commandant is shouting, and then I am hearing him laughing, quietly to himself from the shadow of his HQ. In front of me, Rambo is swallowing so hard that I am feeling it in my own throat. And from the back of the HQ, Commandant's laughing is growing louder and louder until I am feeling him standing right behind me. He is pushing me aside with his arm and I am hitting rock in the wall. My shoulder is beginning to hurt. Who is leaving, idiot? Go back to your post. You are leaving when I say leave, understood? No, sir, never, Rambo is saying. We are going, Rambo is saying. I no want trouble, oh, he is saying. Who is this we, eh? Commandant is saying and laughing. You are the only one stupid enough. I am going, one voice is shouting. I am going too. And me, and me, and me. The voice keep yelling from the mist, softer and softer until the farthest person is shouting small, small, saying, and me. Rambo is sliding his finger to the trigger of his gun, and I am sliding my finger to my own trigger because I am fearing what Commandant will be doing to me if I am not protecting him. But then I am remembering how much he is hurting me when he is choking me, and I am saying never. Never will I be feeling sorry for him. Never will I be helping him. I am lowering my gun. See, we are going, Commandant. Then he is just taking his gun and shooting him. Only one shot just right in the chest, and I'm seeing Commandant looking down to his chest with his whole mouth open like he is screaming, but no sound is coming out. He is not saying anything, and then his body is just falling and making the water that is running down the trench red like that. Rambo is stopping his shaking and is puffing out his chest. Rambo is looking at me and I am looking at him. He is looking at me for a long time and then he is just turning and climbing up wall and I am hearing his boot crunching the leaf near my head. Then I am looking up and hearing how all of the soldier is climbing up out of the trench and I am hearing Rambo shouting, come on, quick, 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 move fast, oh, move with speed. Home, home, we are going home. I am looking at Commandant and then I am climbing out of the trench. I am tired and hungry and I am wanting to go home. That's the end of chapter 10. I think there's only one more chapter. Maybe. I think there's only one more chapter. I think we can finish this up. No, there's two. How many? 2, 3. And then that's the end. All right, we're going to do one more live stream next time where we finish the final 3 chapters. So there's 13 chapters here. We're going to pick up here with chapter 11. Then we're going to read 12 and 13 tomorrow's live stream. Hope you enjoyed this one. If I remember right, that was where the movie ended. Though I think in the movie, Idris Elba's character didn't die. He just was left alone as a madman, I think. But anyway, I'm enjoying this book. It's a very good book. Hopefully you enjoy it as well. Catch you on the next live stream, and peace.